Hello and welcome viewers. You're watching the brand new show of Sansad TV, connecting world parliaments on India's parliamentary diplomacy. Parliamentary diplomacy is an instrument of dialogue between parliaments, which in recent years has increasingly engaged the attention of the world. Parliament of India hosted the 10th edition of Commonwealth Parliamentary Association India Region Conference. Here's all you need to know about Commonwealth Parliamentary Association. The Commonwealth Parliamentary Association is an international community of Commonwealth parliaments and legislatures working together to deepen the Commonwealth's commitment to the highest standards of democratic governance and parliamentary practice. The CPA is one of the old established organizations in the Commonwealth. Founded in 1911, it is a membership association which brings together parliamentarians and parliamentary officials irrespective of gender, race, religion or culture, who are united by community of interests, respect for the rule of law and individual rights and freedoms, and by the pursuit of positive ideals of parliamentary democracy. The association is made up of over 180 legislatures, divided up between 9 geographic regions of Commonwealth. It offers a vast opportunity for parliamentarians and parliamentary staff to collaborate on issues of mutual interest and to share good practices. So how is the CPA organized? Well, the CPA is governed by a constitution established in 1993. The General Assembly is the ultimate authority of the CPA. The Executive Committee usually meets twice a year and is made up of CPA officers and regional representatives. The CPA Headquarters Secretariat, headed by Secretary General, administers the CPA with support from regional and branch secretaries, usually senior parliamentary staff who mobilize the resources of their parliaments. What are the CPA branches? The CPA represents more than 180 parliaments and legislatures in 53 Commonwealth countries. The CPA network extends to over 17,000 parliamentarians and parliamentary staff. The CPA is the only Commonwealth organization to represent national, state, provincial and territorial parliaments and legislatures. CPA members are democratic, law-making parliaments and legislatures. All CPA branches are autonomous and regarded as equal. There are 9 regions of the CPA: Africa, Asia, Australia, British Islands and Mediterranean, Canada, Caribbean, America and Atlantic, India, Pacific and Southeast Asia. What is CPA's parliamentary institutional strengthening work? The primary focus is to deliver programs and projects to the members which are constantly impact-oriented, effective, sustainable, cost-effective, innovative and of the highest standards. The dual program strategy comprises of professional development and institutional strengthening. Both approaches are undertaken on a multilateral and bilateral basis to ensure a depth and breadth of learning across membership. What is the approach of communications and outreach? The CPA publishes The Parliamentarian, the Journal of Commonwealth Parliaments, featuring articles written by and for parliamentarians and parliamentary news. Regular e-newsletter, the order paper, is published quarterly to the members. Directory online of Commonwealth parliaments and legislatures are available to the members. A regular podcast, Parliamentary Conversations in the Commonwealth, is also broadcast. The CPA India region comprises of a total of 31 legislatures from Assam in the east to Gujarat in the west. After the Africa region, India has the largest number of member branches of the CPA. The theme of this year's conference, hosted by Parliament of India, was the role of legislative bodies in the attainment of sustainable and inclusive development. The Executive Committee of the CPA India region consists of CPA India regional chairperson and 6 members. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Indian Union. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha, Mr. Om Birla, is its current regional chairperson. Administratively, the CPA India region is divided into 4 zones, which are Zone 1, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Delhi, Jharkhand, Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand and West Bengal. Zone 2, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Maharashtra, Puducherry, Tamil Nadu and Telangana. Zone 3, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. And Zone 4, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab and Rajasthan. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla urged legislative bodies to make governance more responsible and efficient by ensuring accountability and transparency of the executive. Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman Harivansh and presiding officers of legislative bodies from states and UTs participated in the session.
और हमारा प्रयास रहता है कि सभी संस्थाओं के प्रयासों से हम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सबको सुखी रखें, सबका कल्याण हो, और इसके लिए हम संविधान की भावना के अनुरूप एक समतामूलक न्याय आधारित व्यवस्था के तहत हम संस्थाओं का संचालन करते हैं। मुझे खुशी है कि बदलते परिप्रेक्ष्य के अंदर हमारी विधायी संस्थाओं ने टेक्नोलॉजी का प्रयोग भी किया है और टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ साथ कई नवाचार भी किए हैं, जिससे इन संस्थाओं को जन आकांक्षाओं को और अपेक्षाओं को पूरा कर सकें। हमारी संस्थाएं जवाबदेही के साथ साथ हमें एक ऐसी व्यवस्था भी कायम करनी होगी जिसमें सबका साथ हो, सबका विकास हो, और इसी लक्ष्य की पूर्ति के लिए हमें प्रत्यक्ष रूप से इन संस्थाओं को और बेहतर कार्यक्रम की योजना बनानी होगी। विधि निर्माण हो या नीति निर्माण हो, शासन संचालन में सुचारू व्यवस्था हो, वित्तीय नियंत्रण हो, विधायिका लोकतंत्र की आधारशिला है और वह समय समय पर शासन की जवाबदेही और पारदर्शिता के लिए हमेशा प्रयास भी करती है।
The conference also explored the vital role legislative bodies play in driving sustainable growth and ensuring inclusive development across India and its states and UTs.
Legislation must be strong enough, the legislator must have the authority for the development of the people of their constituency, of the city, of the state also. So this is a very important topic.
ये विधायनी प्रक्रिया के बारे में लोगों को जानना चाहिए, जो कि इस देश के सारे भविष्य यहाँ पर तय किया जाता है। उसमें जो लोगों से सुनकर प्रतिनिधि के हिसाब में आते हैं, उनके ऊपर निर्भर होता है हमारी भविष्य।
This is a forum or platform where various issues concerning working of state legislatures is discussed. The whole concept of parliamentary democracy is deliberated, how we can strengthen it, what are the measures that we can take up in the times to come to ensure that people's faith in parliamentary democracy increases.
सीपी का मंच काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण मंच है और हम सब इस बात को जानते हैं कि लोकतंत्र में संसद और विधानसभा ये एक तौर से उसकी बुनियाद है। इनकी भूमिका ठीक रहे, पारदर्शी रहे, असरकारक रहे, सतत रहे और समावेशी रहे, यह अत्यंत आवश्यक है।
This is one of the best conference in my life because throughout India people are coming here and discussing about the legislative system. And so many subjects they have given. I am extremely happy to participate in this August conference. So really, you will learn something from here. So it is one of the most important conference.
Inclusive and sustainable growth of and the role of legislators there. Nice, it was very nice. I have put my speech here. And though I am a first time speaker in my assembly, but still I have some knowledge about the performance of legislatures and legislative business.
राज्यों के अंदर जो विधानसभाएं हैं बहुत सारे नियम अलग अलग भी हैं, लेकिन जो देशव्यापी समस्या है उस देशव्यापी समस्या पर एक साथ बैठ के विचार करें सभी राज्यों के विधानसभा अध्यक्ष, ये अपनी बड़ी बात है.
We have discussed a lot of agendas on how to move forward, and we are discussing quite an important and pertinent matter now. The conference is ongoing.
The 10th IPU Global Conference of Young Parliamentarians took place from 12th to 14th of September 2024 in Yerevan in Armenia. The conference aims to prioritize youth education and employment amid global crisis, seeking solutions to prevent lost generations and ensure continuous access to education and job opportunities for all young people. The conference is open to the participation of young members of national parliaments and representatives of invited organizations. The IPU invites national parliaments to send delegation of up to 4 young parliamentarians to participate in the conference. Vasudev Kutumbakam, that is, Earth is one family. That's the core value of Indian civilization. As a mother of democracy, deliberative and advisory bodies have worked in India since ancient times. Members of Indian Parliament engage actively in various diplomatic activities. They have contributed to promoting global peace and prosperity by fostering dialogue and collaboration. Parliamentary diplomacy is no more restricted to conducting relations for inter-parliamentary cooperation. This informal channel is used more often by parliamentarians to increase mutual understanding between countries and to share best practices in the working of democratic institutions. Participating in the Sansad TV conclave, IPU Secretary General Martin Chungong highlighted the importance of parliamentary diplomacy.
The slogan of IPU is for democracy, for everyone. And India, that is Bharat, is the mother of democracy. Democratic ethos are ingrained in India since the dawn of civilization. Sir, our bond is very special. So how do you look at the relationship between IPU and Indian Parliament?
I would say that India shortly is a very, very active and productive member of the IPU. They joined the IPU, India joined the IPU in 1949. So this year, you are celebrating your 75th anniversary of non-stop membership in the IPU. And over the years, we have seen a very robust participation of various Indian personalities, members of parliament, in the deliberations of the IPU. We have had the honor of having 2 presidents of the IPU coming from India, Hrytsyk, where I think that was back in the 70s, and of course Najma Heptullah, who became the first woman president of the IPU, a very prominent member of the Indian Parliament. Over and above these profiles, we also have India hosting many meetings of the IPU, the assemblies. I think we've had 2 assemblies in India since you joined the organization, and you have a host of other specialized meetings that have taken place in your very esteemed country. I want to point out that currently we have an Indian participating in the governance of the IPU, in the executive committee of the IPU, Mrs. Saranjit, and I salute her contribution to the deliberations of the organization. So in short, you are a very strong member of this organization, the Global Organization of Parliaments, the Interparliamentary Union, which, as you said, was created 135 years ago in 1889 on the premise that dialogue, discussion around a table was important to settle differences, and that you did not need to go to war, to resort to violence in order to resolve your differences. And so we see that transpiring throughout the history of the IPU, and we are glad that India has been part of that discussion. You mentioned the issue of democracy for everyone. It is very important that the Global Organization of Parliaments, that brings together 180 parliaments from across the world, can mobilize these parliaments to ensure that whatever decisions are taken by parliament in the context of democracy benefit every single individual and not just a handful. So I want to salute the active participation of India in the IPU, and I hope that we can continue this very fruitful cooperation for the good of humanity.
Well, absolutely, sir. Point well taken. Mr. Modi, we're talking about India's participation at the global stage. By any yardstick, India's G20 presidency will stand out, and it will be considered outstanding in the history of this preeminent global forum for economic and financial governance. In fact, P20 as well. The P20 summit that was hosted by India was stupendous, where parliamentarians from across the world resolved to make effective and meaningful parliamentary contribution. So how do you think India is leveraging parliamentary diplomacy to shape a more meaningful, more stable, and more peaceful world order?
Thank you, Kriti. From times immemorial, India has believed in the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, a platform where we consider the entire world as one big family. And time and again, in all our participations in the multilateral or bilateral forums, India has tried to promote this concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is treating the world as one big family. The Parliament in particular has been an active participant in the multilateral forums like the IPU, like the CPA, or the BRICS Parliamentary Forum, and such other organizations. Bilaterally also, we have engaged with the other parliaments by having the parliamentary friendship groups, the regular exchanges between different parliaments. What do these visits entail? They are primarily experience sharing experiences and also trying to build upon the best practices which are observed across different parliaments. The inclusive approach which India adopts was very ably demonstrated during the presidency of G20 and the organization of the Presiding Officers Conference, that is P20. Especially notable was the fact that at the end of the conference, there was a unanimous adoption of the declaration, which shows that India has always believed in a consensual approach, an approach which kind of takes the entire family to be one, and so promote that goodwill and harmony throughout the world.
Parliamentary diplomacy represents a powerful tool for countries to engage in global affairs, shape foreign policy, and foster peaceful international relations. Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition of Connecting World Parliaments. We will keep you updated on all the bilateral visits aimed at enhancing parliamentary diplomacy. With that, it's a wrap from my side. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sansad TV.
watch more programs of Sansad TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to like and share them.